This podcast is sponsored by Field Agent Canada.
You know what, guys? Retailers and brand folks, listen up. Things are moving fast out there. You got your product listed.
How do you know if it made it to the store? And then how do you know if it made it to the shelf? And then how do you know if it made it to the right part of the shelf? You have a really short window to prove success, but you can't prove success if you can't prove if it's there or not.
I mean, it was one of the most frustrating things, even when I was a buyer, is that I would tell you, you got your product listed. Yes, it's going out. You're going to be in 50 stores. Should be out this week. Well, there's times where someone could have gone in the store 2 weeks later and still found 15%, 20% of stores didn't have it.
And unless you're in every store in the country all at once, how the heck are you supposed to keep track of it all?
That's where Field Agent comes in. These folks get into stores coast to coast and tell you what's actually going on in the stores.
Shelf placement, pricing, packaging, compliance, you name it. And it starts at $16 a store.
Stop guessing. Get the data. Contact Field Agent Canada.
Check out www.fieldagentcanada.com and see what they can do for you.
Hey, welcome to This Commerce Life, an unscripted podcast that focuses on the stories behind small and independent Canadian retail and Canadian CPG.
What we try and do is deliver or pull out the story of our guests and give them to you. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly of retail and CPG in Canada. We're filling a need because we think that retail is hard on the best of days, but it's also a wonderful, wonderful place to grow up and make your living.
We also think that the industry, nor the people that inadvertently find themselves in the industry, really understand the industry at all. They don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes.
So listen to us, Phil and Kenny. We'll unravel it for you. We'll give you the story. We'll give you the story behind the story. Carlos?
How's it going, Phil?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. And that's Kenny.
Carlos?
Kenny, how are you doing? Look at you.
Okay, man, you're way too excited for me, and I love you already. I don't know what you do. I don't know why you're here, but I love your enthusiasm. How are you, man?
Good. Well, I'm dealing right now with two kids, one little one.
Yeah. How old?
And, she's like right now turning 8 months, and
wow,
little.
My oldest is 4 years old, and you know I'm 24/7 tired, but blessed. It's
all good, man.
Unmatched happiness.
Yes, it's all good. It's all good.
Man,
it goes fast. Everybody will tell you. I'm sure your mom and dad, like you'll hear it. I'm telling you, man, it goes fast. Enjoy
That's
it.
what I'm following that advice. So every time right now, I'm not stressed about the work task and job related things, but to enjoy that moment.
Try to as best you can. It's hard, right? Because life is life. But yeah, they're gonna be adults before you know it.
Yes.
We're both definitely past where you are. Like mine are just early 20s and late teens, right? So I've got a one that turns 18 in a couple of days, and then one that is 19. The other one's 23, and then Kenny's are actually adults.
28 or 29.
Guys, you're ahead of the game. You know already how it is. So.
Look at this white. I'm actually 17.
Oh,
well, one time it is.
So this is kind of cool because we reached out to Made in Ontario, and and they set us up together, which is pretty cool. I have to say, like, so we love doing these podcasts, and we actually have a lot of like national folks, right? So we get a lot out of the West, we get a lot out of the East. I'm from Ontario, and so I'm always looking for more Ontario brands. I feel like there's not many on the podcast, so I feel like we're underrepresented. So it's kind of cool to meet you for sure.
He says that because I'm on the West Coast and we have all the cool shit.
You kind of have a few cool things, yeah. 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 Um, Thank you to Made in Ontario and Haddis.
Yeah, and how does for the
Haddis is
information.
like she is like the lady. She's hooked up. So so she connected us with Carlos. We've got Carlos Castro on from Miss Latina Beer. In usual fashion, Kenny and I know nothing about Carlos.
Nothing
Like
about
we
you.
literally met, on this call. So we would love it if you introduce yourself. You told us a little bit about this beer, and then we'll kind of bug you with questions and kind of listen to your journey a little bit. Next 45 minutes is yours, man. We'll get a chance to,
Give us some personal history
yeah,
first, where you're from, how you got
yeah,
here, what you're doing, why you're doing this, and
yeah,
then let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. All
Phil,
right.
Kenny, thank you. Well, first, I try like to ego-wise the brand, not doing a lot of events, but the Ontario Made is a phenomenal thing. And when we review what you were doing, that's definitely us. That's exactly where we wanted to be,
Awesome.
and maybe
That's
that
awesome.
was my excitement, because when you hear the story of the brand, by us being here today and me representing the brand, I'm the founder, the owner, but by me being here, it's kind of like a success. Uh, it's part of the success. Even
Yep.
even though sales, even though what the business, the whole business thing matter, this is also part of the journey, the good stuff of the journey. Got to meet you guys, because otherwise probably this will never happen.
You don't know if
And
you like us yet, though, so don't get too excited. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
and
You're,
no, but you will see. So basically, a little bit of me. My background is I'm from Venezuela, originally from
Cool.
Venezuela. Now I become a Canadian,
How long you been
and
here?
for 10 years now.
okay.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
10 years now, and probably I'm gonna say like, yeah, Venezuela kind of like my mother, but my wife is Canada, the one that I choose.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
and what a beautiful country. And the one of the thing that pushed me when I leave Venezuela is that I wanted to compete with the best, because some like when you see the world, we're privileged to be in Canada, because
Tell me
even
about it.
though we have a challenge as a society, still we are the best country in the world. And when I first arrived here, that I have that cultural shock, coming to a developed country, top of the world. Then I want to match, and I want to whatever I want to do. I want to be the best, because that's what we explore from Canada. If you go when you travel outside, you might not trust other cultures, but when someone says Canadian, now we have a legacy of well done, of integrity, honesty, responsibility, and that's phenomenal. So when I start the project, I say, okay, all this energy that I have about opening up a business, let me do it through a private business. Back in home Venezuela, as you see, we have a different type of government. I don't want to go into that,
We'll leave
but
that.
here, kind of like you have the rules are very clear for all of us, and then if you work hard, you follow the rules, and you innovate, then you might have a chance and a clear path for success.
Right.
And with that landscape, I was as the classic history of every immigrant in this country, that we all share, like we all have the same common story. I was cleaning the Rogers Stadium, as an entry level job, and my
Okay.
friend at that time, we were cleaning together, and at a break time, he said to me, Carlos, you know what? I know how to brew beer. And I'm like, at that time, I'm talking about 8 years ago. I said, no, no, no,
Yeah.
that's gotta be rocket science. I love beer. I want to drink beer,
Right.
but then I don't know what's the science behind. I don't know anything about a chemic or the science behind at that point. And I said to the guy, you know what? If you said you know how to brew beer, I'm gonna give you this napkin. Let me know what you need, and I promise I'm gonna find you everything. You show up to my place, and let's go to brew beer. Next thing you know, he wrote down on a paper and a napkin at our break. We were taking a break at the job. And the next week, I live in St. Catharines, Ontario, like near the Niagara region, St.
Yeah.
Catharines. And I had this brew store just 5 minutes from my home. So I'm like, what the chances? 5 minutes walking distance. I'm gonna go there and see if this guy they have whatever this guy needs. So long story short, They had everything. I got everything for my friend. He came by. He brewed beer. He had to he leave the country. So when you homebrew, usually take about 2 months, 3 months
Right.
for the beer to be ready. It's not something like it takes some time because the fermentation process, that's what you gotta leave the product the longer time. So I got the chance. I did all this magical ritual when he was away. I got the beer, the bottle. I was by myself just to try what we did, right? And when I pop up the cap, everything was phenomenal. Like the sound of it, when I was pouring the beer, the color of the product, and everything. And I'm like, immediately call him and say his name is Ricardo. I say, Ricardo, are you kidding me? This is phenomenal. It wasn't a liar. It was an IPA, but it tastes phenomenal. I say, Ricardo, why are we paying for this if we can sell it? And he said, Carlos, you know what? I don't know anything about business, but if you want to do it, then I'm going to help you out with the recipe and everything. And I said, Ricardo, I don't know anything about business either, but I'd rather be on the selling side than on the buying side. And by saying this, right, then we, of course, now you guys, you business guy, we didn't know what we were talking about. One thing is when you play an instrument, when you paint. Another different game is when you go to the business side of it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I was brewing for fun, home brewing. All my friends are gonna come home, and a product that take me 2 months, 3 months to get ready. And I was doing small batch at that time. I was doing probably like 50 liters, no more than that. This guy will drink it all in 2 hours. And I was, guys, please,
Take it easy,
appreciate
man.
what you have. This is not a commercial brand that you can just go buy and rebuy. It took 3 months for this product.
Yeah.
Just no, forget about it. Just pop it, chug it, and they were happy with that. So after that, the next challenge was, okay, I want to put like a identity on it. I was doing like every home brewing in the world, a blank label, nothing on it, no branding, no identity. And then I said, okay, if we're gonna move forward, what kind of name we come up with? And the name I decided, it was Miss Latina at a time. Currently, the brand name is Latina Beer. And I will tell you why we did the rebranding.
Okay.
We call it Miss Latina because nobody will put in doubt that the Latino women are beautiful within the Hispanic community.
Right.
Within the Hispanic community, if you say, hey, what about this food? What about this product? We're going to fight each other. Oh, no, Colombian did this. Mexican did this.
Right.
And Argentina or Brazilian. But when you talk about the beauty of our women, we all agree. Oh, yes, our women are the most beautiful in the world. And the beauty pageant are very popular in our culture. So
Right.
we're going to see who is going to be our queen, and they're going to have this celebrity status. So in Venezuela, probably the country will stop when you have this beauty pageant going on to, like, you know, to queen the girl, and then we're going to take it seriously. So I said, you know what, I want to honor the women, and put in this name. We know nobody will say anything like a fight, and I think we all within the Hispanic community, we're all going to agree that the women are very important in our culture. And that's how we start this journey about Miss Latina, having a product where we can implement all this energy about to do innovation, to be creative about it, and also to honor a little bit our heritage.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Okay. All
That's a
right.
great story.
And then
Okay.
let me put it in context. So we fast forward.
Yeah.
I have this girl from Romania. From Romania. So if I were staying in Venezuela, probably I will never gonna meet this girl. But the beauty of Canada, we have so many culture. What a beautiful mosaic. So she came to us and said, hey guys, I want to help you out with the product. I love the brand. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Let me be part of the business. First time I refused. I rejected her. Like, no, I don't know. Second time, we still rejected her. At the third time, I said to her, if you're that enthusiastic about this, if you're coming to us in that way, definitely I'm going to give you a chance. Because maybe we don't even have that passion that you have for the product. The first thing she said, guys, I think the name is killing you. Because I did my market research, and the name Miss Latina, people is not taking it as a beer right away. They
No,
believe
they
it's a
think it's a girl
cosmetic.
drink.
They believe it's a girl thing, or they believe it's a cosmetic,
Oh, okay, yeah.
not a beer. So
Right.
if you only remove the four letter, the miss, and then you stick with Latina beer, you're gonna do so much well. We pay attention, we follow that lead. For us, it didn't make sense. And also, you know this best, and every entrepreneur know this. The market will give you the sign, and definitely, we're gonna be at a bar where a guy simple will not take the beer because it says miss, and he will feel like not that mainly
Right.
because he's holding a can with a miss 11. So we did that rebranding thing 3 years ago, and now we're Latina beer, and here we are.
And she was
And
right.
yeah, she was
Is she
totally
right?
right. She was totally
Yeah.
right, and then we redesigned the cat, like the image and everything. And so far, this has been our best year.
That's
And honestly,
awesome.
we're very proud to be made in Ontario, to brew in Ontario, and we're Canadian beer, and kind of right now we are into that product brand identity developing, where yes, our heritage is what we know, the Hispanic root. However, this product is 100% Canadian, Ontario based. Like if you brew Latina beer in, let's say, Peru, like let's say any Uruguay, it doesn't make sense to call it Latina beer.
No.
But the product only makes sense to start here in Canada. And now guess what? If we export to South America, people will buy it because, oh, that's the Canadian brand. That's a Canadian brand. That's what in Canada is doing this and that, which for us is very phenomenal. And when you look at what's right now in Canada, we have so many beer out there. But if you try to think about one Latin Hispanic inspired 100% brewing Canada, you have zero.
So,
And
so what makes so Latina beer, and then is there a flavor? I'm not really a
Is
beer
this a
drinker.
lager? Is this a
it's a
pilsner?
lager. It's a
Like,
lager. We
like
did a lager.
most beers, like most
Like
European beers, Asian beers are lagers. Like I know it's
absolutely.
boring to people. I love lagers. I like just the basic beer. So this is old school lager.
Because also
Or
look at this. Because look at this. If you look at Canadian, we're very knowledgeable about beer because we have a large variety.
oh,
We
geez,
like to
there's
go
so
to
many.
breweries and enjoy an IPA, a stout, darker one. We have a lot of phenomenal beer.
Right.
And also we have this mixture from people, I don't know, from Europe, from Poland, from Germany, in here brewing phenomenal product that we have that advantage. So
Yeah.
for us to compete, we said, you know what, we're gonna keep it to what we drink back in home. Like exactly, we have standard weather,
Right.
365 days, gonna be super hot. So we have an easy drinking beer.
Right.
So if we're gonna start first with our audience, with our demographic, let's bring to them something that brings
They'll
the memory back.
understand. They'll get, and they can take it back home. They can remember sitting in the yard having it. So
Yeah.
Is Ricardo Venezuelan or Ricardo
Well,
from?
Ricardo, who was the guy that put me in here,
Yeah.
his background is from Italy, but he's Venezuelan too.
Okay.
So
So is this a typical lager that you would have back home? Like this is,
absolutely. If you go to Venezuela and go to Margarita Island and
yeah,
try the biggest brand in the country, it will taste absolutely right there, close to that.
Okay.
And that's what catch me, right? Because when we brew it 8 years ago, it was like, Ricardo, you're bringing me what I
they brought
have back
coffee back
home.
home.
Yeah.
But
It's
now,
like I'm going
we
home.
have the beauty. 90%, maybe more of the beer is water. So I tell to everybody, we Canada, we're the biggest water source in the world. Then you can argue, you can go to Brazil, Amazonia, whatever. You can argue. But we have the sweet water in the world. We have the most in the world. And our quality is phenomenal. So back in home, you gotta treat her so many times to have the pH. Here, you have an edge. And that's something that I said, it doesn't matter if you try to replicate our product. We're very happy to use our source. Because
Right.
in the end, the product that we do, beer, everything has been given by nature. So you just gotta honor that. because everything just come. We're not doing plastic. We're just water, hop, and yeast. Put it together at the right time, right temperature, and you're gonna have a phenomenal product that bring everybody together in the good and in the bad. That's what we're doing with Latina Beer. So
It's pretty cool, buddy.
Love it. Love it.
So
Okay.
let me ask you a few things, not for anything,
Yeah.
because I want to
Go
dig
for
in.
it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
because I'm
No,
on the
no.
beer thing now. I got beer in my head.
Yeah.
Right. So back home, you're going to get your hops and yeast and stuff from where? Like, it's like, are you sourcing the Canadian stuff from? Like, I'm trying to figure, because we like things grow differently everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out how you get that sort of, home kind of play.
Well, right. To be honest, when I started this in Canada, I didn't know anything about the beer process. We never brew in Venezuela, and I will tell right now that mainly, I don't want to say 100%, but mainly the entire beer production, you import the hops and the yeast.
Okay.
So the only thing that grew locally probably is going to be the barley, the malted barley, but that's it. Everything comes from outside. Here you have here still you import it, but the water, which is the base of the
key
product,
part, it's still from here. Okay, I get it.
And that gives us an edge, because I can tell to every imported product. Like if you say the big brands that probably come from Mexico, I'm saying that's okay. We're totally happy to use our water. We're totally happy to be brewing in Canada, because certain things, and that's what I believe is the strength of our brand, and that's what I'm so happy to be from Ontario, because our journey started in Toronto, and you have one of the most multicultural city in the world. And then when we have that shock that you step in any location, and you're going to have at any given time more than 70, 80 cultures, different cultures at the same time, then we said, you know what? This product can never be a Venezuelan, a Mexican, a Colombian. No. That's not going to be fair for the beauty of Canada. We got to be Latina beer. However, we got to honor the value that gave us, all of us, an opportunity here. So,
I think you're better Canadian than probably the two of us. You know that, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
No.
Makes me feel good to be Canadian.
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome, man.
That's very cool.
Sorry, Phil, I cut you off before.
No, not at all. Okay, so you've been doing this a while. Like, where do you sell it? Where do people find it? Like, what's kind of your journey in selling this stuff look like?
Well, right now it comes to the investment. Remember, we had a cleaning job, and things happen in a movie way. Because the first batch that we did, we never ran a business plan at the beginning. If we would do it at the beginning, this is not going to happen, because we will realize what kind of monster we're getting into.
You would never have done it. It would have been
never done it. Never done it.
We laugh about this all the time, actually.
Yeah. And probably we started our first batch legit with $1,500, something as easy as that. Why? I guess when things are gonna happen. So I started knocking doors to see who can help us out to produce this, because I don't want to deal with my friends drinking it all in 2 hours, right? So I want to make now bigger production. I want to be more industrial right now, and keep consistency. Remember, when you homebrew, one batch will be okay. Second batch is going to be not that okay. So I wanted to move forward into a position where I'm going to give you the product, and I'm happy that it's consistent.
Right.
Not giving you the bottle, and I'm going to be like,
is this bottle the good one, or is this bottle the shitty one?
It's the shitty one.
Yeah.
So in order for us to grow, then we got to team up with a brewery, right?
Right.
That it's going to help us out to get this product. Volume is very important with the brewery. So if you're going to do like 60 cases, no one will do that for you, because it's not business-wise. They're going to say, Carlos, I'm not going to stop my operations or take a tank and put it on their capacity for you.
Yeah.
That happened to us. There comes that guy. He's been a mentor for us, phenomenal guy. He runs a brewery in Scarborough, and the guy opened the door for us and said, you know what, Carlos, just do your thing. I think we connect each other. He saw our passion, and he said, you know what, guys, okay, I'll do this for you, and then get this batch, and you figured it out. And by doing this, and this is gonna be, look, in 1 week, it's a comedian is coming to Canada to perform. A comedian. 8 years ago, the same comedian supposed to come to Canada. The people that was bringing this comedian to Canada contact us and said, guys, do you want to be the official beer for that event? Are you ready? We said yes, 100% we're ready. We have nothing. We said yes. So we have a 6-month time frame to get the product ready. So we knocked doors, we did everything to have the product ready.
Yeah.
The guy canceled the tour. So now I'm like, look at how the world. Now I contact the people that is bringing. Finally, the guy is coming to Canada, and now we have grown and everything. But without that guy, probably still we will be at the same thing. Not the urgency type of moment that put us into action, into go mode to have the things done. And because we started doing little by little, and with the budget that we had at the time, that pretty much was. All right, let me know. I'm not going to go an outlet mall. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to take vacation. I'm going to put it into brewing beer. Then we at that point, we were able to have the cans and have everything ready, everything looking impeccable, that if you put it with the big ones, they look the same. So the first sign that tell us, okay, we might have a chance. After that cancellation, we said, what we're going to do with all this beer? Now we don't have the outlet to taking it out. But they come a Latino festival. So we show up to this Latino festival and they put us to compete against all the, it was not a fair competition. Imagine you're a hockey team, local hockey team, and then you're going to play against, I don't know, Maple Leaf. This guy, come on, they're the professional. They're like the $1 billion budget. So we went to this festival pretty much with nothing, our cooler, ice, and our product. And we have the big brands. They were selling also the big brands. And people will just follow just to support. And no, guys, we're going to take your product. We're going to take your product. They're going to come back. They like it. And then we did not sell the most, but we were second. So in terms of cases, yes, in terms of cases. So the big brand name sold I don't know, maybe 40 cases, but we went with 33. And the other ones were just 5, 6 cases. And we said, you know what? We might have a chance. And remember this. This is paid product. If I give it to my mom, she's going to say, I love it. This is the best product. But she's going to get it for free.
Yeah.
She doesn't count as a customer. These people were paying at that time about $8 or $7 for the beer. So at $8, if you don't like the product, you're not going to come back. At $8, if you hate the product, you're going to tell your friend, no. Give me the big brands because I don't want to waste my money.
Yeah.
And that gave us a beautiful sign to say, you know what? We're just not gonna give up. Let's gonna go little by little, competing. And I see it as a pro player sport career. Still we're amateur. Still we're like minor leagues and everything. But when you're growing and when you're putting the effort, I see, okay, we might have the talent that eventually they gave us an opportunity. We have the opportunity. We might hit it. And now we're into that path. Back to the question where we're selling. Right now, we only sell through licensees, which is restaurant, bar, nightclubs.
Right.
Private events, which are what our license allowed to sell through.
Right.
So we can sell through establishment that they have a liquor license.
Right.
Special location permit. So let's say you have an event and you got this special location permit for that event. We can sell. And also we do a lot of festivals right now. So that's pretty much our main channel. And then if people want to buy it this year, we did an agreement where we now were able to sell online. That's what we're going to start implementing it now.
Okay.
So we didn't have B2C directly.
Yeah.
Right.
We were just B2B.
Yeah.
Because how Ontario works. Ontario is regulated by the LCBO.
Yeah.
And honor to true, we applied to the LCBO, and for XY, we did not make it. At the very first time, I think we feel frustrated about it. Now I'm thankful that it did not happen, because it's like when you put let's say you have a 12 years old and put it to play with 18 years old, it might have the capacity, but it might get injured too fast.
Yeah.
So by getting the rejection, that put us in this oh, you know what, I'm going to prove you, but that prove you made us better.
Right.
So that decision, to be honest, was a good fuel. So we can improve process, we can improve channel, we even can improve how we manage our budget. And now we're getting into track that be at the LCBO probably, and I'm gonna say it here like out loud in public, so eventually we can sometime go back. And probably we're not gonna debut at the LCBO with Latina Beer signature brand. Probably we're gonna enter with our light beer, our second beer, which is gluten free. Our light version, gluten free.
Okay.
And because we have no competitor in the
Something
gluten free
different.
category,
Yeah,
Something different.
and for the LCBO, which I mean, they've been in business forever. They are like the god of the industry. They know. I mean, we gotta understand that you gotta earn that right to be with the best. So we understand that, and eventually we're gonna be there. Now we're working in this product that will give us an opportunity to be kind of like exclusive in the entire LCBO portfolio, which
Right.
is huge.
I mean, the other thing in there is you want the ability to be able to compete, right? So you go in with everybody else. Some
It's
of
too
those
tough.
guys, they got a lot of money, right? Like a lot of money for marketing. At least if you're going in and you've got a niche product that is just you can make some noise in a category that's just
At
you,
least you're
right? I
different.
think,
I mean, it's tough to be a logger's a logger after a while. You know what I mean? You have brands that you like, but if I don't know you, I'm just going to go to my normal brand. You know what I mean?
Totally,
Okay, if
totally,
you're in a craft store or sure, but in a normal liquor store, it's tough to compete against Molson, Labatt, Anheuser, the usual suspects. It's tough, right? It's a fight.
totally. And if I were them, I don't want another one in the shelf.
There's enough. There's already enough,
There's
right?
already
They don't
enough, to
need
be
any
honest.
more.
Totally, totally. And that's when
It's
that
makes a lot of sense.
it comes to us. So now it's like, okay, we're gonna compete, but then little by little, it's creating a healthy business because now
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going the step by step, so we can build this community that when we get into the shelf, now
They're
we've been
ready
doing
for
what we
you.
need to
I
do.
kind
We're
of like
ready
the way
for it.
you're doing it too, because the
yeah.
community aspect is kind of cool. So, like right now, you've strictly done food service. There's been no retail per se. It's literally
No, per
food
se,
Not so
yes.
service all
bad.
the way
It's
through.
not so bad. It's not so bad. It's
Shit,
not a
man,
bad place to
that's
be.
nothing. It's a little
Yeah,
bit of a
not a bad
grind.
place to
I
be.
get it
Yeah.
because you got to sell to a lot of locations. Be
Yeah.
easier to sell to a distribution center, and they put it in their stores. But to your point, no feeling. You're going to get lost. This way, you're still there. You're part of it. You're talking to if it's a wedding or a banquet or a business event. People talk. You start getting relationships with people, right?
and
Good for
and
you.
that 101 works for us, and yeah, so
Listen, if it's working, it's working. So, like in terms of, because I don't know the beer industry well enough in terms of the numbers. If like are you don't have to tell us, but I'm trying to understand like how big are you in the sense are we talking, 100, excuse me, 200 cases a month, 1,000 cases a month, 50 cases a month? Like what's
look, right now we do by liters. This year, look at this. Previous year we exceed 10,000 liters a year. Okay,
okay?
previous year. So 10,000 liters, just to put it in context, that's going to be probably 1 minute canning line for Molson. 1 minute. Throw it there. You
Look at
have a
you.
bunch. That's going to be probably one Blue Jay game. One Blue Jay game by
Yeah.
inning five. That's it. You run those
Okay.
10,000 liters. But when you're small, like us, those 10,000 liters, and remember, keep in mind we have no expertise. It's not like, oh, this is my father, my grandpa. No, 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 no. We start from scratch. This
Yeah.
and getting to know the industry. So last year we exceed, and it comes also to taxation. So remember that alcohol and tobacco, they're getting taxed. So,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter what you do, taxes come first. And in Ontario, you have this allowance for marketing that the first 10,000 liters, you don't have to go federal taxes. So you have kind of like an incentive for marketing. We all the brewers in
Yeah.
Ontario. So strategically speaking, we said this year, you know what? We're gonna stay under 10,000 liters, and we're gonna promote a lot to understand number wise what works. So last year we did more than 10,000 liters. This year we stayed below 10,000 liters. But now we understand how taxes works, what we gotta pay.
Right.
Now, few events that we did some sales. We said, okay, now we're getting money. Remember this, beer, since beer, it's been kind of like a game where everybody want to catch the attention. So everybody want to see how they can put their product in front of the customer rather than other ones. So you're gonna see all crazy things that big brands can do, that other brands can do, and dealing with that. How can you, following the rules, can put your product in front of the customer?
Right.
By saying this, so last year we were getting into locations that we were losing money. So every single beer that we were selling, because we didn't have the numbers correct, we didn't have a lot of things correct, we're going to be losing money. So if you come as a restaurant to us and ask us, and let's say we work out, I don't know, a donation. So I'm going to donate you this so you can give some sampling, and I'm going to go to your restaurant and do some sampling. Even though if I'm going to put it on the marketing budget or whatever, we were losing money every time a beer was purchased.
Right.
This year, totally opposite. Finally, this has been our best year. So now we're getting into track to forecast. Probably next year is going to be about 50,000, 60,000 liters. If you go that's a 6x your thing. So, and now, I guess right now I think you call it like a flagship location.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be moving in Ontario to have our one location, like for food and drinks, where you can come and enjoy the Latina Beer experience,
Very cool.
like the Latina Beer Lounge.
Right.
So, but it's only going to take, now we know, because we've been like a lot of time. We've been like probably 8 years doing this. Now we're safe that opening our flagship store and then getting these businesses like the restaurant, the nightclub, in no time, like probably in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to become kind of like the main brand for the Hispanic community.
Right.
And if you see the tendency, I don't know why we Hispanic, we reproduce more than, I don't know. We love to have kids. So when you see the trend, even in US, if you see the trend, Hispanic community and the language is growing so fast. The only thing that we know is like we gotta keep always core to our values.
Right.
That we're Canadian. So now this is something that we have kept since day number one. If you look at our handles that we provide to the restaurant, Ontario made. So we're gonna use a local handcraft guy that is gonna do the handle for us. We're gonna use a local painter that is gonna paint it for us. It costs us more, but we're romantic in that shape.
But you're doing draft as well as cans.
Yes, we do draft.
Wow. Okay.
So right now you can go to Mexican restaurant and you can have
and they'll pull. So like how many one flavor, one SKU?
Only one flavor. We only do one SKU, one flavor, one thing. That's it.
And you sell this in what, 6 packs, 4 packs? What is it?
And yes, we have the cases, the 24 case that we sell. And now we're gonna be doing a 4-pack. The thing that we're gonna be doing 4-pack is kind of a marketing strategy that we don't want you to get waste. If you want to get hammered, if you want to get drunk, go get something else. But if you want to enjoy our product, get only 4, because that will get will get you to dance.
Yeah.
And now we have this is something cool about the company. In my process to figure out who is going to help me out to brew the beer, I met a guy near in St. Catharines that has a distillery. So when I was knocking the door, he was the first knock that I knocked. And he told me, Carlos, I cannot do the product because I don't do fermentation. I do distillery. Right. So I do vodka gin. I don't do beer. We developed a relationship because I look at him as a mentor within the whole alcohol thing. So what would you do? And he was so nearby that I just going to walk in and talk to him. And he had this cherry, right? That he had hidden the cherries. Like somebody say, Carlos, try this. Guy from Poland. And in Poland, they have this tradition with 100% or 95% alcohol that they have fruit or food infused with that. And then they go for a walk to take a walk or something. I'm like, this is, so he picked up cherries and gave me the cherries and said, Carlos, I have this, but I don't know I'm not doing anything with it. If you want to try it, and I tried the cherries, and it was a shot. Like they're probably 90% alcohol. But then it was phenomenal because when you eat it, your brain will focus on the alcohol, but then it won't burn you like a tequila shot or rum shot. So the impression goes away fast, but then your palate stay with that alcohol infusion that when you try beer, it's like water. It's water. So I'm like, his name is Adam, and I'm saying, Adam, this is phenomenal. Let me try the cherries. So I will go to the events, right, the festivals, and I will say to the people, hey, what about if you try one cherry?
Have a cherry first.
Have a cherry first, and then try the beer. People will go nod, and then people will come back because we're the cherry.
That's how you
guys.
sell, like, here, have a couple of cherries. Let me sell you a keg.
And
No
pretty much right now, you're gonna be getting the product with the cherries. Because now for us to be successful, somehow we need to open a path, a lane that nobody has taken yet. So somehow with the cherries and the Latina beer, when you get the product, you're gonna have an experience at home that it's gonna be phenomenal, and it will give you to talk. So you can buy now. We're gonna be selling the cherries and the beer. So that's
But don't get too fancy either, right? Because you clearly make a good beer, right? So
Yeah,
you
keep
need
it.
a little bit of a hook, but not a crazy hook. You know what I mean? Like, because
Make it as part of
agreed.
a cool story as an
you are going to
aside.
help sell the beer. Like
Right, but your
the
beer is the
passion that you
important part.
bring, you'll be okay, right? Do you know what I mean? It is different from everybody else. So
Yeah.
don't get too fancy about it. That would be my advice, right? Is don't get too
I totally
fancy
agree with Phil. Not
because
for
you
anything. Is that
guys,
you're a beer maker.
you know,
Make
yeah.
good beer. The other things, how to drink it, interesting ways,
Yeah, it's cool. It's
lifestyle
cool.
things, all great for fun shit, right? That's just fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that makes it just even more cool or personable. But I'm kind of like Phil, like, because I do enjoy beer too. I like a good beer. All the other fluffy stuff on the side, I like. It's interesting, but it comes to it's the beer. Do you know what I mean? Like I like
Totally take it.
a good beer.
Advice taken.
Yeah, I that's just my 2 cents. I'm not saying don't
Yeah.
do it. I'm like
Yeah.
Phil. That's what
Thank you,
I would
guys.
No,
do.
no, I think like I just think there is some cool things that you can do, but then at the end of the day,
It's about the beer.
you're not a guy that jumped into this like fly by night, right? Like
Right.
you make good shit. So at the end of the day, like guys, I'm not fucking around. I make good shit,
I make
right?
good shit, man, and that's what we're gonna do.
Cherry, no cherry, you need to try it. You meet me and you try it and you will buy it, right? And then the cherry is literally the cherry on top, right? Like it's kind of fancy and it's kind of cool,
It's kind of
but
fun though, right?
fuck,
Yeah.
guys, like this is the beer, right? Like, you know, yeah,
Yeah, I'm with Phil.
I think it's cool like what you're doing. So
Because it's a tough industry already, and what you don't want to do is get lost in a gimmick,
mm,
right? Really and truly, what this is about is your whole story. I really like.
yeah,
I think I really like you. I think you just sound like a really nice guy,
yeah, yeah,
right? And the fact that I think you love this country more than I do, and I love this country. But you know what I mean? It's really nice to hear. So when you hear stuff like this, and I love when people come here and bring shit from the old country with them. It's neat when you're making something that brings you back home. I've never been to your home, and I want to try this because I want to feel that experience.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like just it's just a great way to meet people and be with people. Like it's because the story's just really, really cool.
It's cool. I
Wow.
like it. I like it. This
So,
is
okay, on 30,000 liters, okay, now I'm going to get business wise. Forget this bullshit talk now. 30,000 liters, I mean, 10,000 liters, not a lot of beer. That's like 30,000 cans, or I don't know what kegs are anymore. I don't know what are they, 10 liters, 20 liters, whatever the hell they are. It's not a lot, right? So, can you make a go of this? Because you got to sell a lot of beer to make money, I would assume, right? Like it must be tough to.
That's where the flagship. That's where the location. It's important because if you look at
Yeah, and the
at the
quantity,
numbers,
you got to get to 50, 60,000 liters.
when you go at the like when you go to a beer store, right? You pay $3, max $4 for a beer. That's a little margin there for the manufacturer.
yeah.
It's gonna be about
Exactly.
cents, right? You keep cents,
Yeah,
and by cents you gotta go by the volume logic.
it's volume,
Volume logic, but
right?
volume logic. Now we know volume logic. You have the players that control the volume, right?
Well,
like you said, that guy will do 10,000 liters in a couple minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a
in
nothing.
probably
It's
3
like
minutes.
zero,
Yeah. But
right?
remember, those are people that they've been in the game for like 100 years, right?
I
Yep.
get it.
120
And you know
years.
what? The story's kind of boring. There's no romance to
Like,
it. Like you
look,
got to
there's a
prove
there's a
it.
role to play, right? It's a commodity product.
100%.
They make something consistent. Like if
Every
you
day's the same.
need
It's
an
all good in the
everyday
hood.
vanilla drink, that's the one you drink, right? Like when I was 16 and I drank that drink and I pick it up today, it tastes exactly the same, right? So there's a role for them. But yeah, like for you, it's like, holy
Well,
shit, that's the
well,
anchor at the bottom,
if you
right?
ask me,
Like
do
how do
we want to
you,
be them? Yeah.
yeah.
If you want to be them, yes. Now, in this, I think things also come in place when you learn the lesson.
Yeah.
So now we know, like, okay, let's gonna start with flagship, like our lounge, Latina Beer. That's gonna be a challenge. But if once we have that also combined with the wholesaling, little by little, you're gonna be right now with the process that we have 60,000 liters next year. So that's six
That's a
times
lot.
what we're doing. That's a lot.
Well, if
Even
you
if I
just did
ask
it in
you,
cans, that's like 180,000 cans. And if you
probably,
do
yeah,
six pack, well, you're 30,000 six packs, right?
yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a number, right?
And Kenny, when you do that, I cannot call you. Hey, Kenny, can I use your garage and can I play some cans?
But you're
Now
going to
you're gonna
have
be
to
ready.
because where are you going to put them?
You cannot. Yeah. So, but also you're learning too, even
For
to move that
sure.
volume, even to how you're gonna handle it, the team that you need, and
But you're
so.
also doing it differently, buddy. I think I like the fact that you're the food service size too, because putting beer into a keg is very different than cans. Cans is laborious. It's a label for each, a UPC for each. Every 4 or 6 needs a box, and then every 24 needs a tray, and then any shrink wrap and fucking all this shit. It's
Yeah,
so much, and you don't get that money back. It's just a cost.
it
Where
is.
you
It
just
is.
make a great beer and you can pull it. Whole
All you
different
do.
world, right?
Yes,
Whole
and
different world.
but also
You
kind
need
of like
both, probably, I'm assuming, but
look at these signs that we have had that they're great for us. So 3 years ago at this Hispanic festival, they will put us with 10 other brands. Last year they will say, okay, you know what, Latina Beer is not that bad. Actually, they're performing. People is asking for it. So last year they will put us with only one more competitor.
you're getting
This
almost
year
exclusivity, right? Which is nice.
and this year we were doing alone the festivals
Come on, that's pretty
because
cool.
and this is a reality. Like when you look at the volume that we're gonna move at a Hispanic festival, if you're a sales rep of a big one and you show up with the weekly meeting and you show your numbers, people will laugh at you at the big ones.
Oh
But at
yeah,
the small ones, for us, it's a huge victory because it's gonna be little by little taking
yeah,
something that we didn't have
yeah,
before.
yeah.
And if we keep consistency, eventually, you never know, maybe we're going to be at one stadium. We made it to one stadium. Now we have the numbers, so I can come with a better deal so they
Yeah.
can now have my product there and we can sponsor and have a better deal. So, to be honest, we're enjoying the process. And I think that's kind of great right now that we have all this mentorship, like this conversation, Kenny and Phil, that you're saying, guys, don't overthink the boiling water. Go beer. Go beer. And I'll take it. Thank you. And I
You
agree.
do
You
it.
know
You
what?
always do what you want. You just learn to
Yeah.
listen and then peel out the stuff that sort of makes sense to you, or take it back and think and go home and say, okay, you know what? I don't agree. Or wow, yeah, maybe that made a little sense.
The true story
Whatever.
is I think we have an advantage that hey, we're gonna be patient. Now we know
Yeah.
it's we're gonna get there. Little by little, if we do the thing, we're gonna get there.
Well, clearly it looks
And
like you're going whether you want to go or not because you're doing well and you seem to be chugging along. So whether you want to go for the ride, it looks like you're going.
and yeah, and we take this these are phenomenal victories, bros.
That's
Chatting
awesome,
with
buddy.
you guys, chatting with you,
No,
phenomenal.
very
So
cool, man.
now the next meeting we're gonna say, look at this. We're at this podcast with Ken and Phil from Ontario Made. That it was impossible to think about that when we were home brewing 8 years
Yeah.
ago. When
Yeah.
when
Who knew
the
you who
task
knew you'd get
was,
it? Yeah.
can we even speak the language?
Yeah.
That was the challenge at that time. And now you say, okay, now we speak the language. Now we have come with a brand. Now we have
Yep.
become Canadian. Now we gotta honor that. So now you're telling me, okay, yes, we're not at the Rogers Stadium yet. However, I was delivering food 2 months ago, and I was looking at the inside the Rogers Stadium where they have all the storage thing, and I'm like thinking, Could you imagine when Latina Beer is going to be one of the brand because they really connect with the story that we have?
Yeah.
I got to tell you this, that certain things you cannot fake. And we as a brand, we understand what immigrants feel when they're coming. It's not like a marketing strategy. Let me go EI and ask EI, how does an immigrant feel? So we have been through that. So when we put the brand, when we put the product into the can, into the keg, it comes with this special vibe that you cannot purchase. It doesn't matter how rich you are or how much money you have.
I think
And-
that's what Phil was getting at before,
Yeah.
Carlos, is that you got a story behind it. That's where that's where it's at, man.
And yeah, so LCBO, which when they first rejected us, I think it was an ego from our end.
For sure.
Like, we want to be there. We want to be there because that's where everybody's telling us you have to.
Well, you sell
And
that. They
yes,
sell booze, right? That's where you should be.
that's where
Clearly,
you should be, and they control the distribution pretty much.
absolutely.
And you have to be there. But at that point, that rejection, to be honest, he was like, okay,
Probably
that's
the best thing for you.
who doesn't get rejected.
Yeah.
You get at school. Sometimes you apply for like, I want to get
Life.
into this school. That's life.
Yeah.
It's gonna come the time when we're gonna be there, and it's gonna be business for all of us.
You know
Let's
what?
enjoy that process.
There might come a time where they actually really need you, and they say, "Listen, we really want you," and then you can maybe have some negotiating parts to listen. I would like to be here. You've got, I don't know how many stores they have. Let's say it's 500, 1,000. I don't care. And say, listen, you know what? I really only want to be sort of in these neighborhoods or stores. Is that possible? Like, you could start to negotiate what's best for you.
Yes.
You're competing in
And
neighborhoods maybe that you want to be. Maybe if it is truly resonates in the Hispanic Latin community, then you want to be in the neighborhoods where there's more Latino. Why
Mhm.
not? Because if that's going to be your winner, do it, buddy. What the hell, right? You pick.
totally.
You guys have private
And-
liquor stores in Ontario, right? Or do you don't have liquor stores?
No
No.
private liquors.
You don't have
No,
like
no.
we have out here, eh?
We
No.
have some things, but they're not for beer. Like, so we had the beer store for a little while. Well, no, we had the beer store for a long time. It's going away. And then we do have like the wine rack, for example, but that's wine,
Okay.
right? Like, so there isn't really beer. And then wine has started to get sold now in grocery stores.
Yeah, even we're starting to do that, and BC is like slow.
Yeah. No, we're the
But
same.
we've had private liquor
We're
stores.
probably like a couple of months into the wine experiment in grocery
cool.
stores. So
Because that'd be the other one. If the private liquor stores, if you guys do get that, like we have in BC, it's different too, because you can just pick the private liquor stores. You don't because you don't care if you get a listing in BC. You know, if you get BC liquor, who cares? Because you can still sell in the private liquor stores, which might be more cool. You know, and same with you, is maybe LCBO is great, but I don't want to be in everyone. I just want to be in these 20. Why? Because that's what I want.
Yep.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see where you go. This is
That's good, buddy. You just keep
cool,
plugging. I
man.
mean, it sounds like
You're doing
you're
cool stuff. This is cool.
yeah. Next
This
time
is
I come to Ontario, we're gonna have to do beer.
Yeah,
How
we'll
far
have
is
to
St.
grab a beer
Catharines?
together.
How far
Yeah.
is St. Catharines?
More,
No, don't
probably
worry.
an hour from Toronto.
Don't tell him.
And I don't
Don't tell
trust
him.
him.
He's from Vancouver. He'll complain.
I don't
If
trust him.
Carlos,
And
if
I-
it's more than 5 minutes by car, he'll complain. So
When you
just
say it's around
you know
the
what?
corner, it
You know
takes us
what?
10 minutes to drive.
So
it's
you
not
know
around
what
the corner.
Torontonians would say? Ontarians would say it's just around the corner. Don't worry about it. Right, Carlos? I'm in
Yes, sir.
Mississauga. You're St.
Yes.
Catharines. It's right around the
That's-
corner.
If I
That's
say
right there.
just around the corner, that means we're walking. 10 minutes.
Listen.
That's around the corner. With him,
Listen.
around the corner, 10-minute drive.
Ontario,
You go 70
Carlos
miles.
is around the corner for me. That's
Not around
all.
the corner.
That's a
All right,
corner
I'm
for us,
doing the
yeah.
driving. He's
Around
around
the
the
city.
corner. You know. You know what?
Jeez.
Maybe you need to do is maybe I need to go buy some of your beer and a cherry, so he can have the cherry and a couple of beers, and then I'll drive him
I'd
to
be happy.
you, and see, and then it'll be really around the corner for
Okay.
you.
I like that one too. I don't care about the cherry. I'm dying to try the beer. Next time I'm in Ontario, if we're not a million miles apart, we'll see if he wants to
We'll
drive,
figure it
and
out.
we'll
We'll
do
figure
that.
it out for sure. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I would like that. That's awesome. Before we let you go, if people want to find you, do you have socials and a website?
You personally on
where-
LinkedIn or the company
yeah,
or both?
where
Yes.
where do we go?
Pretty much social media. We right now only run one Instagram. We don't go Facebook yet or
Yeah.
TikTok. We just go Instagram, and
Okay.
it's just gonna be Latina Beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you go the website, it's gonna be latina.beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just Latina.beer,
Okay.
and you get it. And that's pretty much our two channels, and those are the ones that we focus on.
Okay. Got it. Awesome. We love it. Hey, listen, thanks for doing this with us. We
Yeah, I
really
appreciate
appreciate it.
that. Like, honestly,
And
thank
then you
you.
know what? It's like 6 o'clock there, so I like 6 o'clock here. So I appreciate that your kids are somebody is feeding
I was
children
hoping someone's
or
feeding the
something.
kids, right?
Or
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
maybe they're drinking beer. I don't
I
know.
don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Maybe they got cherries in the house. I don't know what you got going on over there. It's your business.
Even Misha Cherry, just chill out for a minute. Dad's got to do this thing. So, thank you for doing this, and
It's a
then
pleasure meeting you, my friend.
we'll definitely come find you when Kenny's in town. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Thank you so much, guy. Phil, Kenny, thank you for having
my
us.
pleasure, man.
Again, you're part of our history right now, the journey.
Yeah.
So we're,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
you're part of ours too, man. It's all
Yeah.
good.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a cool story. Cool.
Take
Okay.
care, my
Take
friend.
care.
Phil, you hang on.
Cheers,
Carlos,
guys.
next
Thank you.
time.
Bye, Carlos.
Ciao. He's such a pleasant person. Such
He's
energy.
pretty cool. He's pretty
He's making
cool.
us look like bad Canadians.
A little bit, yeah.
Holy
He's
moly! Like he's a good
it's hard to
Canadian.
find people that are more excited than us
My
usually,
God.
but he's
I
pretty
think
darn
we gotta
excited.
we gotta kick up our game a little bit.
I think so.
Jeez.
Sure.
Very cool. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening, everybody.